Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our spy game campaign, HEXCRAWL. We have been talking all sorts of nonsense for the last 10 minutes while we've been waiting for people to join us, so prepare for some chaos. Hope you're absolutely right in chat. Prepare for some absolute idiocy today. Let's go around, meet everyone, see who is playing what, and playing the role of Oppenheimer today is Chris Pratt. Hey, Chris. How you doing?
Hey, everybody! I went and got a tan, so I might look a little different. Hi, I'm Noir. It's only a matter of time before Chris Pratt ends up playing me in real life, if I ever have to do anything that's worth making a movie of. But it's great to be here. I love playing Ope, our ranger mechanic, who is maybe a little bit of a sociopath. Who knows? We'll find out. But that's me.
Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit.
Just a touch. Scourge your sociopathism.
And playing the role of Athrena today, it's Scarlett Johansson. Hey, Scarlett, how you doing?
Hi, I'm fresh off the heels of a role that I don't know. We all know Scarlett's bad. Hi, everybody. It's not tragically Scarlett Johansson. It is Susie. So you have to put up with my northern ass. But yeah, I'm playing Athrena. Also known as Elodie du Marchal, because I stole that poor lady's identity last week.
Yeah.
But hey, she's 25 grand richer.
It's good.
She just doesn't know it.
Gonna need it.
Yeah. And I've been forced to go to London, which I'm not very happy about as a northerner from England. London is the hell place that I dare not venture. But
living in the global south now. Southerly than us now, me and James and
sorry, I just got an itch on my nose right there.
Can't help it. Right, I'm going to stop this nonsense now. Hey, Pope, how you doing?
Hey! It's great to be here. Eventually, I will be voiced by the quickly decaying Bill Murray. I love being here with these wonderful people playing Sherlock, and we're going to get into a lot of trouble real quick.
That's fair. I've been doing some prep, but not like planning scenes for this one. I was getting a little NPC crazy last night. Just putting in loads of options rather than it making a normal kind of stat block. But that's fun, you know. So yeah, we'll see how this one goes. It's all over to you guys in terms of how you are going to approach things. So I'm going to roll with the punches, I guess. And Lynn is with us as well. Hey, Lynn, how you doing?
doing good. Yeah, I'm Lynn playing Nyx, who is basically that meme of that anime meme where it's like, are you here for business pleasure? Combat.
Okay. That's what's on the customs form. Sure thing. Tick. Awesome. Yeah. Well, all right. That was quick. That was good. That's definitely an energy today. Let's chuck some music on and get into it. Yeah, sure. The other ones are the best. They're my favourite. Nordic Noir on here. Alrighty. So last session, we got to grips with where you guys were, what you were up to, and the mission that is coming up for you. You've been tipped off by Havel that there is a protest happening in London. It's in 3 days' time from where we meet you tonight. A couple of you coming off the plane from, we've got a few airports to choose from, depending on where you're flying in from. Or, in the case of Athrena, maybe even driving in from. Yeah, that's a good idea. And this protest is about been dubbed the ID protests. It's about facial recognition software in particular for in use now by the Metropolitan Police in London, but also to do with kind of like data extraction and personal data and privacy as well across the Hex network. There's a series of demonstrations going on across cities around the world, and London has a particular beef with the way that its police force is using that kind of software. So with Sherlock and Nyx in position, it's up to Athrena and Oppenheimer to make their way to London and join up and bunker down in a new safe house. How would the two of you like to approach your journey into London? Now, I've done this journey kind of the other way around, though, from O'Hare Airport, and you are going via Heathrow, obviously. So Noir, you're and Terminal 5 is a long way out from the rest of the other terminals, 1 to 4 at Heathrow, and it's a little bit further out from London. It's a little bit further out of town. Who's throwing up the things? Pope. Quick, who do you want to give your dice to?
You're gonna want to give them to me, buddy.
Well, given that
You're gonna get through the customs. How are you gonna get through the airport?
given my wonderful destruction twins, we will give 1 to Athrena and we will give 2 to Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
1 inspiration to Athrena, a couple to you, Noir. Wicked. All right.
I'm immediately about to burn these. All right, so I am in O'Hare, correct?
You're like liminally traveling to London. How would you like to cover your tracks?
Okay, well, the first thing that I'm gonna do here while I'm here is that I would like to acquire the security footage of a certain person being taken to a certain train.
Okay.
The cargo train, yeah. So I'm just trying to scoop that security footage real quick. While I'm here, I figure,
Yeah, absolutely.
good to multitask.
What is your approach? What's your kind of method of entry? Do you want it to do this more remotely? Or do you want to try and do this, like, forced entry, boots on the ground?
I'm gonna try
and
do this remotely, just kind of as I'm sitting. I'm gonna try and adopt the Athrena method of getting this all done via computer.
Okay. Give me a second to open the PDF I should have opened by now, the rulebook. Let's get a bit about hacking on the go. It's where I get have some fun deciding on what they have to hand. Oh wait, did I already make some little pre-generated computers or something? I'm gonna check my drive. Bear with me one moment, caller.
That's
This-
so easy.
Is this through your glasses? Or through your
Yes.
you got like a device, like a laptop or something?
Mm-hmm. This is through the glasses. Like, that's how I'm interfacing everything, but it's
Yeah.
coming from the laptop.
Cool. All right. Pre-made devices. Parsam is a legend. Okay, cool. Oh, Parsam is not a legend. We made a home PC and that was it. Cool. All right, gravy. Okay. I would like you to make me an infotech check.
All right.
DC is going to be 13.
Yeet.
What did you get?
Ah!
A 9. Okay. So there are some complications trying to get patched through to the remote systems that operate the cameras.
Okay.
The cameras, while they work on a wireless interface between each other, and there's like a carrier that connects them all between each other, you can try and get into a wireless access point, like a router to you and me. But there are some protections on it.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna try and get into that router.
The difficulty here is that it seems like from the check, basically rolling with that fail.
Hmm?
The difficulty actually is that you have to get some kind of physical connection to it.
Gotcha.
Because more than like an IT thing, and more like maybe Athrena would definitely know this, but it wouldn't necessarily be the point of which she would like use. But as a technician, you're like, there are some factory settings that I can initiate. There are literally some restart buttons I can just press on this access point if I can get to the router.
All right, so we're doing this. I'm going to okay. We're going to go up to the service desk.
Mm-hmm.
And hi, I'm just gonna walk up to whoever's working there. And hi, I'm here for today's maintenance. I was called about some problems you were having with your router.
Do you have any kind of false credentials or anything that might be able to help you with this check? Something like having false credentials or having a forgery would give you an advantage in a situation like this. That's the real benefit of making this stuff before you go with it.
I'm going to say that because this is his go-to fake identity, that he probably would have a really garbage like Squarespace website set up where it's just like, hi, I fix things that he can always point to when he pulls this bullshit. It's not great. Like if anybody does any like high level of scrutiny, it's like, oh, this is bullshit. But it's the quick go-to that he uses.
All right, I tell you what, I will give you. So this is going to be deception, but I will give you a little +2 modifier.
Okay.
Because I think you're absolutely right. Like you would have this like. What do you actually? Let's just check your equipment. If there's anything that even like vaguely. You have a government ID card.
I do have that.
Was that more?
But that's for
the French
France.
side? Yeah. Fuck, you could try it.
If things go badly, that's probably what he'll do. But he's gonna use this first.
I do remember making something for Ope way back when, for technician credentials for the police job.
It's true.
Yeah, but we burnt everything involved with that.
Okay.
In the van. I would lie, but like I know that he was paranoid. It was just like, we're getting rid of everything, so he would not have kept it. So the only thing that's alive from that is the website.
Yeah,
because there was no way to track that too.
Well, look, and you know the thing about this setting, right, is that things are so much even more digital than they are for us now. Everything is done via that. So it's like you're pulling up your smartphone, you're getting this little kind of phony website up and showing her, no, this is me. Maybe there's even a little kind of small page that you've made, which is kind of like an ID card. It's basically mugshot, some names, and some kind of official sounding titles.
Happy clients say. All right, here we go.
There's a bogus
Deception
rating,
roll.
like Hex rating out of 5. Or out of 6, because Hex is just fucking awful.
Why can't I roll higher? Wait, no, I got the +2. So that's 11.
There are other numbers than 9. For sure.
I'm trying.
I'm not blaming you.
Roll 20's out to get me.
Yeah, okay. Sure. She gets down the, where you're trying to get to, and she directs you in terms of like that, router.
Right.
Basically, you have to go through. You can either be overt here, and you can like try and access a router that's like, and these ceilings in a fair amount of the airport, like they're a bit higher than most, right? So you got to get like a ladder and that kind of stuff. You can be overt, you can get up to the top to the corner, and you can be up there around the public. The other way around is that you can go into the men's bathroom behind it and probably get in through a vent and just kind of stick your arm out and be working that way. It's a bit more covert.
I'm definitely going covert. Definitely. We're going to the men's room.
All right.
It's an outdated notion. Bathrooms for everybody.
The restrooms. You can go through the restrooms into a vent and open it up. I absolutely take your point.
No, I'm just talking about our society in general. It's crazy. It's wild.
No, fuck yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I don't have different bathrooms in my house. Nix and Pope, what did you say?
I think everybody's got some
everybody but
inspiration.
Pope. Someone give Pope some dice.
Some dice, Pope.
All right. I want you to roll me stealth with advantage.
Yeah, I'm not good at that, but we're doing it anyway. Yeah, that 20.
Yeah, baby. 22 is an excellent check. Thanks for the thing as well. Thank you so much. Sherlock's getting a dice. Yeah. Sweet. Oh, I've got a little dice too. Cool. And a 22 is a fantastic check. So you are like, basically there's like the flap opens and there's like a hand as you're just like reaching around, and you know these kind of access points fairly well. You know where stuff is. You can reach around. You can find where the ports are. You can find the kind of restart buttons and stuff like that. Make me a mechanics check.
Let's go. I'm good at that.
DC's gonna be 13 again, so it's like same check. You got a chance.
How about a 25?
Fucking 5.
Let's fucking go.
What do you want to do to this?
I want to retrieve all the security footage from the day Olivia was taken, and also I want to make myself a fast pass carrier so that I can just get through checkout without going through checkout.
Okay.
Paul looks so proud of me. That's how I know I did good.
Okay. First thing, I want you to make me a DC 15 infotech check.
All right. I'm going to use my advantage on this because
a couple of advantages.
I feel Roll20 getting ready to be a dick to me, and I'm not liking it. Oh, you dick! All right, but I'll still take it.
17 is good. Okay. You managed to grab the security footage, dating back just long enough before they will have erased it from their records. Security footage like that, they tend to keep it on like a rolling cycle of either just a month if it's a low security kind of thing. These guys keep it for a full quarter before it then gets archived and sent and then like remotely logged into a hex database. Thankfully, you don't have to try and infiltrate that database. You managed to get just in the last 3 months. In the third month back, are you just grabbing it and going now? Or are you trying to review any of it at the moment?
I'm not trying to review it because there's one last thing I would like to do while I'm in their system, which is I would like to gain access to their personnel file, mainly people working security, the people that would have taken the bribes.
Okay. Make me an espionage check.
Let's go. 23.
Oh. If you want to ask me one complicated question and 2 simple questions about the whole shebang, moving Olivia, who might have taken bribes, who's turned a blind eye, that kind of thing, and we'll establish some circumstances.
All right, my simple question is, my first simple question is, would one person have been responsible for taking the bribes for the entire group?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. But one person was responsible for making those bribes.
All right. The second simple question is the person that's responsible, the one that you just mentioned, would I have his information with the information that I just compiled, that I just got?
You wouldn't have his information, but you would have his image. And at the moment, that doesn't ring a bell for you, but he is a white man, middle-aged, balding, with brown hair. So his hairline is receding a little bit, and he has a constant. He kind of has kind of slight pudgy face and a constant sour expression. And he's built. I'm talking kind of Arnie built.
Okay.
Good 6
And
foot, and walking around with a little kind of grey turtleneck. Like, wouldn't stand out to most people. This guy is definitely in the industry.
Okay. And my complicated question is, with the information that I do have on this guy, would that be enough for Athrena to find him?
It would be enough for your group to try and begin tracking him. That is what I will say.
Okay, that's good enough for me. Papa's gonna meet the old team again. This has him jazzed now to like, all right, we're done. Time to go meet the group. Papa's got a B plot.
Yeah, of course. All right. Sweet.
And with that, the last thing is he's going to try, and now that he has the fast pass, he doesn't have to go through the metal detector and everything. He's gonna try and take his shit with him. Like,
you're gonna what?
I'm gonna try and take my stuff with me. I'm taking chakram. I'm taking boom buzzer.
Yeah.
I'm taking my rocket launcher.
Okay. Okay.
I did a because Pope's now looking at me like you flew too close to the sun.
No, bring all of it. All of it.
There's good news and there's bad news. Good news, I know a lot of people that work security at airports, and I had my mother worked for an airline. It's real easy to get in with a piece. It can be reasonable to get in with 3 pieces.
That's exactly how many pieces he's bringing.
Your full arsenal, which has multiple parts. It's going to be difficult, and you best hope it's all in your carry-on, because if the gorillas get their hands on it, and that is the industry term for anyone who's handling luggage, they are the gorillas. They will break your shit.
Do you want to take it in the hold, or is it a carry-on?
It is like, all my stuff is going to be on me. So he's broken it down to be portable. A chakram breaks down inherently because it's
that's how you've made that
rifle that
yeah.
And Bloom Buzzer is inherently attached to a backpack, so that's meant to be concealed. The hardest thing to bring will be the rocket launcher, but goddamn it, I'll pull my rocket launcher. So
I'm not gonna fuck you now, but I have an idea to mess with you if things don't go great.
I mean,
that's the greatest thing a GM can tell you. I'm not gonna fuck you now.
Buy you a drink first and then get you later.
I'm gonna tell you you're pretty, then it's coming.
Yeah, we've got to fluff before we do the scene proper, right? Okay.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Because of the pass that you made, getting through O'Hare and that security and stuff onto the plane, a cinch.
It's getting off this bitch. That's gonna be a problem. We'll see.
So, Athrena, how are you making your way across Europe and getting to London?
Okay, so with my handy dandy new fortune, and apparently making flatbreads, don't know what I'm doing with my hands here. With my handy dandy new fortune, I have purchased some forged documents, which for $145 in the book.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Oh, yes, the book. $145. I have purchased some false documents that proclaim Athrena as Miss Elodie Dumarchel, a French citizen. She's got a legit looking passport, legit looking driver's license. I've got the whole fucking shebang. And I'm going to just...
digital, all on the Hex device.
Yeah. Of course, because who carries paper documents anymore?
Who carries papers anymore? It went digital like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
You've got special papers, old-fashioned papers that they haven't digitized yet.
Looks at my drawer of
It's
immigration
an old
documents.
code, but it checks out.
So yeah, I'm basically gonna just drive because I imagine in the near future the EU is still a thing where getting through countries in Europe is much easier than having to stop at checkpoints constantly. And
yeah. I'm well happy with that. The Shenzhen is going to continue for sure. Yeah.
So freedom of movement, baby, until we get to Plague Island, and then I'm gonna have to. I could probably go through the tunnel. Resist the urge to go check in on my girlfriend and drive through to England. But it's going to be very difficult. Imagine there's a very sad shot of her looking in the rear view mirror as France is left behind. And she...
Well, you get in the car.
I think she hires them from a bunch of different places. I mean, she's got her shitty little Dacia that she had in unnamed specified Eastern European country.
Sure.
But she's going to leave that somewhere in a parking lot in like Paris. I don't know where the fucking Eurotunnel goes. I've never been. I think it's Paris.
Calais. Eurotunnel.
Is it?
Calais.
Oh, it's Calais, yeah.
It's literally just the channel. So, because the Eurostar, the train goes from Paris.
Oh, the train goes to Paris. That's right, yes. So to Calais. Well, maybe
North Americans looking at us like kind of dumbfounded. Sorry, European stuff. We're being specific because I know how it works.
I'm surprised you're not taking the train. You can just like leave your car.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Leave the car at Paris.
Get the train.
Get the train from there.
Get the Eurotunnel. End up at fucking.
Spend another $125 on the fucking Eurostar because it's one of the most expensive
25?
fucking trains.
I got money. I get the Eurotunnel, have a nice little sandwich, little lunch, and then pop out of St. Pancras and be like, oh, cool, I'm in London.
All right.
Like, I've always wanted to go to London, but y'all making it sound like a fucking bummer.
I'll cook you real British food, and I'll cook you a little Sunday roast. It'll be great. I genuinely want. I don't know why I have this urge. I genuinely want some tabletop friends to come over and I cook them proper British food or show them a proper British cuisine. Fish and chips, not the shit.
London's not that bad.
It just depends where you go. It literally you turn a corner and you're in almost a completely different place. Like.
I'm just duty bound as a Yorkshire woman to hate it.
Houses, it's just literally
it's
like
south.
you 100 feet down the road and you're in a different place.
As an American who has traveled to London, that is absolutely true. You are like there are these side streets and alleys that just take you to a different dimension.
Yeah,
it's entirely different. Then the city itself feels alive and indifferent to your existence.
Roller 300 in chat is doing a perfect impersonation of me in London. Hey, there's Big Ben. That's me. I'm that guy. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, Big Ben's coming up. Big Ben's on the route of the protest and all that because it's all very close together. That's the thing that you can't get over. You can't get over very easily sometimes. It's all so close together. Like Trafalgar Square, National Gallery, the Buckingham Palace and Pall Mall. Like it's literally just within like eye view of each other. It's
right there as well.
Tower's basically there. Yeah, all the bridges. You can just see it right down the river. Anyway, Sherlock and Nix, I need you to help out Oppenheimer. So waiting at Heathrow at the arrivals, little digital pad with what name is he going by as he arrives?
Oh, He's going by Lucian Lawless.
Or maybe there's a code name or like a something on the pad.
It would be like if there's like a user account name that he would have to put in, it would be
Like a
the
little
real
tag.
Xena. Yeah, yeah, the real Xena.
Okay.
That would be the
So is it
And
okay
it's
to say
DA
Sherlock is
real
holding
Xena.
a little pad with the real Xena on it? No.
Right here for the real Xena.
gang gang.
Oh my
That's your
God.
boy.
All right. All right. Well, but okay. Heathrow arrivals, Terminal 5. You're a little bit further out than the other terminals, so it's a fair walk there, but thankfully you've got the tube stop for each of them. And Ope, you arrive at baggage claim. You walk down with everyone else. You're hanging around. You're hanging around some more. Slowly, fewer and fewer people are standing, waiting with you. And then there's you, and there's like a frustrated businessman and a married couple looking a little concerned.
Has my baggage not come through?
It has not.
Okay, well, time to hit the old internet. Okay, what's missing? Is it just the Rachel Langer?
Wait, stuff's in your carry-on, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, shit. Okay. No, yeah, that's it. This does still work. Okay, yeah. Any of your hold luggage, all of your hold luggage has not arrived yet.
Huh.
It's your
Well,
passive
yeah.
perception.
My passive perception, I think, is like, oh, it's 12.
12. Okay. Well, that's okay. And just hanging around, kind of waiting for it, trying to still look discreet. You do notice that at a small security kiosk behind you, maybe about 20, 30 feet, just off to the left, behind your shoulder, you can see there are a couple of Border Force agents standing, looking over towards you. But they're chatting to an attendant who's just behind the desk, who's more civilian than anything else. She's probably working for an airline, but they are kind of just quietly waiting and chatting to her, but keeping an eye on you.
Okay. Yeah, it's glasses time. I'm gonna see if I can get into their communications to hear what they're talking about.
You can probably... No. I was going to say radios, but hell, this is like meant to be digital age gone crazy, right? So, it's got to be through a professional hex service, whatever the Google Workspace equivalent is. I don't know. Hex. What would it be?
I'm gonna
Hex?
sneak in their Slack.
Yeah. What would that be? Hex something?
Let's see. Let's
Hex,
synonym of
Hex,
Slack.
Hex Slate
or
or
meeting.
something.
Oh, Hex Slate. I like that. That's cool. It's like
Yeah.
working on the slate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, you've got to find what their local Hex Slate network is. You've got to work on that remotely from the glasses in order for them to access their kind of comms system for you to be able to then like pull them away, potentially. I again am going to need an infotech check from you, and this again is going to be DC 13.
Motherfucker!
Oh no!
Why 9?
That's
It's
another
always 9. I was thinking, yo, use your inspiration, and I didn't.
I hate that
hate-
second number.
I
Yeah.
hate it
Teases
very
you.
much too. I have a +6. There's no I don't know why I keep rolling 3s.
20 doesn't care. Well, 20 hates us.
There
Okay.
is a you're distracted because within your glasses you're looking at like picture in picture of trying to access their system, and then you hear from behind you, having the 2 border force agents walked up to you, say, "Excuse me, sir. We have a word."
Sure, yes. That would be lovely. What is this about? Where's my luggage? I'm being held up and I would very much like to go. Please?
They motion you to what looks to just be like a plain corridor that's kind of coming off the baggage area. They just motion
Okay.
over to it.
All right. And I follow.
Okay. One follows next to you, and the other follows behind. And then, as you walk down the corridor, you see that there's an armed border force agent with a carbine standing in the corridor, and they look a little more ready than usual. Usually, the kind of relaxed position for any kind of police here or anything like that is just maybe a hand on the handle and on the actual carriage bit towards the front. But like sometimes they're a little bit more casual about it. This one is literally like you can tell there's a little bit of tension there. They are ready if they need to be.
Okay. So, is anybody going to tell me what this is about?
They try and lead you into a small, what looks to be a well-lit interrogation room. Table, 1 chair either side.
I feel the need to ask, am I being detained? And if I am, I'm going to need you to tell me for what before I walk in that room.
We just want to ask you some questions first. That's all right,
This
sir.
seems to be as fine a place as any to ask me a question, but that room seems to be slightly uncomfortable. So I would like to know if I'm being detained and for what before I agree to walk in there.
The armed agent walks forward just a few steps, and the officer behind says, all right, sir, I'm afraid you are being detained for
There we go.
carrying firearms into the country. If you'd like to just put down your bag, please, sir.
Ah, okay. I see this is a misunderstanding. That's quite all right. If I may,
Yeah, they take a few steps back, and the armed officer is still there, watching you.
I am going to pull out my very real document showing that I work with the French Foreign Legion. I'm just gonna slide that over. I have a right to carry.
Can we step inside?
I assume that means I'm still detained.
At the moment, sir, yes. Can we step inside?
Of course. I'm gonna walk inside.
So they take you inside. Your bag is left out in the corridor.
Okay.
Oh no, hang on, you haven't taken it back. You haven't taken it off yet, have you?
Nope.
Okay, they take you inside with the bag. The armed officer is back against the wall, and the door is just on their left-hand side. And they invite you to sit down in the chair that is opposite the door, so not nearest the door.
Okay. And I'm gonna take my seat.
So sitting down there with your bag on is really awkward, but you can do that if you want to try it.
Oh yeah, he's not letting this back.
You just put the bag on the table, sir.
Is there any particular reason why?
Because we believe your firearms are inside it.
I already confessed to carrying.
And we'd just like to make sure that they're in a safe place. If we're to talk.
I see you're afraid that I would use them. And he puts the bag on the table. And he, with his glasses, is just going to prime Boom Buzzer to be ready but not activate.
Mm-hmm. This is going to go well. And the second officer steps forward of the two that weren't carrying the carbine, and begins to unzip the bag and start to take it through, and just regurgitates a kind of procedural, I'm going to perform a search, blah 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 blah, I've got the authority to do so, blah 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 blah. And so the other officer is looking at the Foreign Legion documentation and asks you, what's your business in the United Kingdom?
My own.
That doesn't answer my question, sir. What's your business in the United Kingdom?
Work.
What kind of work?
I am an IT professional.
An IT professional with firearms.
Sometimes those firewalls can get tricky.
And like he barely cracks a smile. Looks down at the Legion papers. Okay, passport, sir.
I do.
Can I see it, please?
Passing the passport.
And it's the US one of
Lucy and Lawless.
Lawless. Yeah. You have a right to work in the UK, sir?
I believe that I do, or else it'd be pretty foolish for me to come here.
Do you have that paperwork on you?
Afraid I don't. There's still some things that need to be finalized, but fortunately, I haven't started employment, so if I don't have the right to work, I haven't done anything wrong yet. Can't
That's
blame
true.
the
You
guy
just
for dreaming.
No, that's true. You just said your visit here was on with business.
Oh, it is. Should everything work according to plan, which, as you can see, according to my luck, not so much.
And he starts leafing through some of the more documentation as well. Sherlock and Nix, by this point, everyone that you expect to see coming off the plane and grabbing their baggage has left. There is now more people coming from more planes, more baggage carousels that you can just see. I mean, you're in a little arrivals area, so what you can't really see the baggage area. There's a bit of a longer walk and some doors that open and close automatically from there. So you've got very little vantage point, but there is no Ope.
Well, Dollars to Donuts says our troublesome son has gotten pinched.
Reason? How bad?
Oh, it can become very bad. It depends on how quickly we act.
About the whole thing.
Rather large. I don't necessarily want, there to be an issue with Heathrow ahead of, a protest that makes it so that the cops have an excuse to completely lock everything down and treat everyone as a terrorist. So we need to try and figure out why he's been pinched and try and get him out as peacefully as possible.
Oh, I think I know where they took him if he is in the trouble that I think he is.
That's good. I need to go and be an ugly American here for a bit. So why don't you see about getting eyes on Op, and I will go and do the thing.
All right, what do you folks want to do?
I am going to go over to the customs section on the exterior of Heathrow, and I'm going to first try and be polite and cordial and let them know that there is more than likely diplomatic papers were not handled properly, and one of my agents is being detained.
Okay.
If it doesn't go politely, then we will start throwing papers and raising my voice.
Cool. All right. So what's the kind of exact angle? Like, it's part of your team, diplomatic stuff.
Oftentimes when it comes to stuff that goes through with diplomacy, if they took public transit, which they should never do, but they do, you can get into a specific kind of kerfluffle, especially if they don't have all of their paperwork.
Mm.
And this is nothing new. So it's Sherlock going over and finding. I want to find the oldest, crustiest person there, because the new young hotshots are more up to speed. The older folks, either they're up to speed or they think they're up to speed, which is what I'm counting on.
All right. I guess this is Brenda, who's been in the department for like donkey's years. Fairly local, and just kind of fell into position decades ago, and then has she's not like obviously the most senior, but she like knows her way around the Heathrow customs perfectly.
So I'm guessing Brenda's on the nameplate.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Beautiful. Hi there, Brenda. Name's Chester. I have a feeling that the person I am waiting for has been detained due to a lack of paperwork. At the very least, I would like to know of their detainment, the reason why they're being detained, and if I can see them, that would be great.
All right, make me a deception check with advantage, because you've got those papers.
Yay, advantage.
Oh, you
So
needed
19.
that. Yeah,
Ooh.
absolutely. All right. She says, okay. Take some of the details on her pad. Just bear with me a moment, and I'll see what I can do.
Thank you so much.
And Lynn, what do you want to get up to?
I think Nix's little insurance thing is to just take the place of one of the security people temporarily, that she can have eyes.
Yeah. And how did you want to do this? Like, is a bit of a grab as someone goes to the toilet or something, or
Yeah,
or something like
just
that.
come in with the full outfit, and then just like while someone's out, just like just quick hands, grab something, and just act like everything's normal.
Yeah, sure thing. All right, roll me an infiltration check.
All right.
DC is going to be against some passive
15.
perceptions. Very nice. Okay. Yeah, so you managed to slip into place with a uniform resembling the Border Force, black trousers, kind of jumper, etc. And you can make your way through the corridors of the kind of back corridors that lead on to some of the questioning rooms. Some of the areas aren't rooms in of themselves, but they carry that kind of, you're standing on that side, I'm standing on this side. There are tables between us so we can unpack all of your stuff and go through all those kind of things. But there are some kind of questioning rooms, some more kind of interrogation rooms for people that might be a little bit more dangerous, or they need to detain or something like that. So you make your way to the kind of detainment area, and there you see old Brenda speaking with an armed border force officer outside one of the interrogation rooms. She spends a couple of minutes talking, and then she takes a few notes on her pad, and then she turns around and walks back just past you by a couple of meters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So,
just not gonna kind of acknowledge, just going through, just walking straightforwardly through the corridor. Where is the questioning luggage being held?
So for Opes, it's in the room with him.
Okay.
Although, even though you wouldn't know this offhand, Opes' other hold luggage has been detained too, so that might be somewhere around the customs area. But you're not sure where they might actually be storing that stuff, where they keep that stuff before they move people along. It shouldn't be too far away, though. I would imagine they probably keep it nearby, so that if they let someone off, then they can just give them all their stuff, let them on their way. But yeah, if Opes got carry on, he will sure have taken it in with him.
Okay. I think right now she is just going to kind of go through the motions of bringing in some luggage, so some random luggage. Just like, this one didn't pass a check. Yeah. I need someone to go through it thoroughly. Just kind of have a cover hold for Sherlock. She's kind of there just to make sure that if we can't get him out through the official terms, we can try and just quickly sneak him out.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. All right. Brenda returns to you, Sherlock, and she says that sorry, I'm a little confused because you said you were with the American diplomatic delegation.
He is. The confusion is because he's using French Foreign Legion papers.
Yes, that's right.
Understandable. As you can tell, with the world getting smaller and the more trying times, the American government, for sake of EU travel as well as working within the continent, including the UK, we're trying to use people who already have foreign talent, you can understand. So that's why he's going through. But his American paperwork should have been forwarded, and I am guessing that somebody back home sat on their thumbs, and that's why we're having the problem today.
He's been found trying to carry firearms into the country. Do you know anything about that?
Yes. He's supposed to be working increased security for the American embassy ahead of the protests.
Right, okay. I mean, I'm going to have to speak to someone higher up. I can't authorize him into your custody myself.
I was hoping that we could have kept things quiet. Okay. And that's what I'm going to, because I never get rid of any documents. Never get rid of any documents, folks. Is just going to produce the old State Department paperwork. Hi. I'm pulling the, I need to speak to your manager. Hi, I am the manager. Going, no. He really needs to be released into my custody.
No, I mean, I am going to have to make a call to somebody to bring them down and to get this all cleared up. I can't do that myself.
Do you need me to call Washington right now, Brenda? I don't think you want me to call Washington right now. Because if that's the thing that needs to happen, you're going to be put on administrative leave for 2 weeks. I don't know about pay here because I'm not up to date with how things work here in the UK. I mostly worked in the Middle East for the most part. I'm only here because things have gotten unfortunate with the security that you're detaining my folks as opposed to the other folks that you're supposed to be detaining. So I can call Washington and they can call your managers and we can make this thing our day to day, where you don't get to go home, I don't get to go home, and we all have a very bad week. Or you can just give me the guy, or at least let me see him.
Roll me an intimidation check on poor Brenda.
I'm going to use that advantage.
All right. Lovely.
Fucking up your day, Brenda. Ain't no episode of The View happening today, Brenda.
15.
Oh, 15. Yeah.
What the fuck is this energy? Poor Brenda. Oh my god. Okay. Sure. She looks a little dumbfounded, but then of course, just if you follow me.
Yes, please.
And then she takes you and Nick, so you see Sherlock like turn up at the door, and as the border force agents continue to question you, Ope, the door opens again, and then you see an older woman with greying blonde hair, a little shorter than Sherlock, and Sherlock's shining face behind her. Coming through.
My boss.
He is on the way here. He has made sure that his face has gotten redder, like that. Please, by all means, set me off. Sort of look.
Just gonna look at the guy questioning me like, "You're in for it now. You made the boss man come pick me up."
I see that there has been a failure in communication. I don't know who I am going to have spit roasted over this, but gentlemen, I would like my agent, please.
Yeah, they look at each other for a second. One of them is holding a piece of your sniper rifle. I'm just like,
seeing that, I'm going, that is not a toy. I thought the zoo was closed here in London. Please put that down.
All right. I need to roll me an intimidation check again, but you have advantage because Ope is helping. Ope figured it out straight away.
13.
Okay, let me check this. Okay, yeah. He slowly puts the part of your gun down. And then there is a formality of just getting some papers, checking over documentation. But the next thing we see is Ope leaving Terminal 5 with all his gear and, probably Danger Mum and Dad, like pulling a suitcase each, taking you into London.
I missed you guys. I was this close to blowing everybody in there up. All right, so what did I miss?
Let's not put all of London on high alert ahead of an operation, please.
Can't believe you tried to smuggle in the entire thing, but it's impressive.
I figured if anybody knew how to make a rocket launcher really swing, us really sing, it'd be you, Nix. Merry Christmas.
Okay. But we are getting way ahead of ourselves. Let's get to the safe house and see if Athrena has gotten there ahead of us.
Do you want to spend a little bit of money on a car, or do you want to take the tube?
I was gonna say I can hijack a car. I mean, I can
You want me to hijack a car?
We can rent
No,
one.
no. I think we just take the tube because again, one, need to be familiarize myself with, the local infrastructure before we ruin it, and this is sort of like an info gathering tour.
Sure. Am I going to have to download the tube app and put it on as a handout?
Considering that I have been talking all week with one of my roommates who is a political science major with a specialty in terrorism, yes.
Oh. Okay. We're going there. All right. Cool.
If I need to disrupt all of
No doubt,
traffic
no doubt.
in London, I will.
All right.
I mean, just tell me where to put the bomb.
Funnily
Oh.
enough, you don't have to put a bomb. All you have to do is put something that appears like a viral agent, and all of a sudden stuff starts.
Just have to
clamping
close
down.
it.
Or you say it, or you
to be
say it
honest,
loud
you just have
enough.
to close
It's
a
like
couple of bridges.
I mean, you would be amazed at how much a toaster looks like a bomb with just a little bit of aluminum foil and 2 LEDs.
So, hey, I need government surveillance agencies that may be keenly interested in the stream at this very
Purely
moment. This
fiction.
is all
Purely
purely fictional and hypothetical.
Do we need to
Also,
write? Do we need a disclaimer to appear at the top of
Yeah.
the screen, like Jay's
Also,
Just
satire?
cover my own fucking ass. I'm an immigrant. They'll kick me the fuck out of Canada, okay?
Yeah, fair.
Surprisingly enough, to shut down all of London, you just need 6 explosions. But
Just 6?
We know.
yeah, you need to hit 2 particular bridges in a very specific way. You need to hit the airport, and you need to hit the tube station, and then you need to hit one of the major roads out.
To-do list: increase boom buzzer's payload. Okay, yeah, cool. We can make that.
No, Boom Buzzer just needs siblings.
All right, people are giving you weird ass fucking looks as you travel the Piccadilly line up into central London. Although probably not the weirdest conversation I've ever heard on the tube, to be fair. All right, now I do need it. I haven't travelled on the tube for fucking yonks because now I live in my house and that is literally it. Thanks, COVID.
I'm gonna be the dumb yank in the conversation and just go like when somebody looks at him like, I don't know, go Manchester United or whatever.
Nice.
See,
Cool.
looking at people on the tube was your first mistake.
Yeah, don't
eye
look
contact, eye
or
contact.
say hi to anybody.
Mm-mm.
You treat this
Everyone's
like
got everyone's got earbuds
Yeah,
in.
that's. I mean, yeah.
And just phone,
Mhm.
like this phone in front of their face. No one's looking at anybody. There is a chill in the air, even down here, where the air is constantly at kind of warm, like humid 23 degrees Celsius.
Yes, you even have specialized mosquitoes living in your tube system.
No one dusts. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyway, I mean, how can you? All right. So you take the Piccadilly line. Piccadilly? Yeah. That's blue, right? It's that one. I'm gonna say yeah. James is gonna shout at me in chat. Whatever. Take the Piccadilly line up through central London, and up to the Caledonian Road, where you, from there, head down just a couple of stops on an overground train to Dalston Junction, where in Dalston your safe house is. Dalston is one of those kind of trendy but lower class neighborhoods in East London and attracts very little attention from anybody, and you are not out of place. There are all kinds of people here, from old EastEnders to so kind of hipsters, and there's even probably an apartment block or two that now is specifically around the tube stop, around that station, for commuters and for kind of trendy kind of city workers for the City of London, being the kind of financial part just off the East End. Walking up above a golf shop along a parade of shops near the high street, you walk up this kind of iron staircase onto the back roof, flat roof of the shop, give the door a little knock, and opening it is a familiar face of our Athrena.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
So I take it by your face, Nyx's face, and Oak's face, and the delayed hour at which you have arrived, that Oak was causing trouble.
Holy shit! Really? Like that's the high I get? I mean, hello. It's nice to see you too, Athrena.
Was I wrong?
Walking
Yes.
past Athrena, no, and I'm going straight to the fridge and grabbing a yogurt.
Cool.
I didn't cause any trouble. The security here is a little jumpy.
How?
So,
How? I have an Interpol red notice out for me. Every law enforcement agency in Europe and in the world just knows my name and face, and yet I got here, no problem. Had a lovely little ride on the train. How?
because I'm black. So let's get everything set.
Just opening the yogurt and tossing the lid with putting the spoon in. I mean, he's probably right.
Starts laughing and has to have a go. Just sit down.
The rocket launcher certainly doesn't help anything.
God damn it, Nick. Why you always gotta snitch?
A fucking rocket launcher?
It's for the most part, it's dissembled. I'm really impressed by their technical eye to be able to decipher that that's what that was.
Okay.
No,
Oh,
it was
check
just
out my
the sheer
sniper
amount
rifle.
of
It's called
metal that was
chakra.
on you.
What?
It's called
I mean,
the chakram?
chakram.
Do you,
Yeah.
you throw it?
He twists the metal bar inside this ring, and it expands to be a full sniper rifle.
Holy
Kinda.
shit.
Well,
So I see that, since the gang has had their separate ways, that things have somewhat changed, but not at all.
Right. I have a side project for us. When we have the time, of course. And I'm just going to send a zip file to everybody with all the information I got on that bulb built dude. Who took my girl. It's just when we have the time, I'm hoping that we can find this gentleman and ask him a few questions. And then after we get all the questions answered, I was hoping that maybe I'd be able to introduce him to Nyx. Which is just code for fucking kill him.
Are you sharing? Are you sharing this image around anywhere?
It's like she's like, give me 15,000, we'll talk.
That's it? Yeah, I can get 15,000.
Ope, are you sharing around this image anywhere? To the guys.
I am just sending it to their personal private the private accesses that we all have, I'd imagine.
Oh yeah. Actually, this could be funky. So I think that.
Uh-oh.
Well, no. This is a good thing. I think it's a what kind of precautionary? Yeah, I'm not going to give you the fucking answer. Actually, fuck that. What kind of precautionary anti-hex measures, particularly for Athrena, what have you been setting up for the gang, either remotely or for here in this safe house, so that you can share data, do that kind of stuff without the prying eyes of the algorithm?
I think that Athrena herself doesn't carry her own personal hex anymore. She has the burner that's Elodie's, but she doesn't have one with any of her information on it.
Yeah.
I think in terms of hex defense, did we, when we were in Zabrovnia, did we bring up a bypass thing that allowed us to jailbreak the devices?
we started coming up with our own system at the very end of last season.
Yeah. So we were
Remind me
working on
of
like a
that one.
jailbreak for it to like allow us to access it, but without it digging in, you know, that like a one-way connection rather than
Oh.
a two-way.
Yeah.
So we can
yeah,
access
yeah,
Hex, but
yeah.
it cannot access us.
Right. Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. A backdoor. That's sweet. Okay. Okay. So you. I'm just thinking what we can do is we can like work on that and kind of have a not so much a
Yeah.
downtime thing, but like a it's an incremental thing, right?
Yeah,
We,
yeah. I
we
like
could be
that.
working on that during kind of downtime hours or whatever. Okay, nice.
Uh-huh.
So you've been working on that.
Yeah.
And so Ope sends to your burner phone, to Sherlock, to Nick's, whatever kind of personal devices that you're using, you connect those up, whether they're burners, aliases, that kind of thing. And Nick's, the description of the tall, bald man that Ope was talking about and shares with you now is the same look, same likeness as of the person that you have been digging into and trailing when it comes to your investigation into the cabinet.
So yeah, if we could just find this guy, I'd like him murdered like very quickly as soon as we get the information as to where he put Olivia. That'd be great.
Oh, no, wait, this is interesting. Coincidental
So
that I've been.
does that mean it's gonna be less than 15,000?
We'll talk. But I have been following this person as well, so slightly separate.
Hey, incentive. $5,000.
But this
So-
this person right here is rolling around with some pretty heavy security as well. So
I'm
That's
thinking
mostly-
that he's connected, but is he in play here locally or is he in play in other theaters?
this one seems to be traveling around quite a bit.
I caught him coming out of Utah to Chicago. Then he dropped Olivia off in a cargo train that was listed as a passenger train. So clearly all the paperwork is fuzzy, but you can't lie to a camera or a bullet. So I'd like to expose him to both, please.
On my little like electric pad, I'm just going to take the image, and for my own notes, I'm just going to type underneath Smythe ?
Mm-hmm.
And close that. Oh,
Well, I mean, certainly we can get some information from them before, you have your little revenge on them.
again,
A little.
kidnapping's not great,
Not great.
Not great.
but kidnapping is a secondary goal. Right now, we've got these protests that are going to be happening in 3 days, which is definitely going to be something that the cabinet is going to want to spin and disrupt in a manner of their choosing. How are we going to use the opportunity we're being given to fuck them over?
Well, it depends on what they want with it.
It's easy to see what they want with it. They
Yeah.
want these protests to go badly. They want them to be able to spread their, facial recognition software and ingratiate themselves to global government so they have more control. It's an easy playbook.
Best way for a protest to go bad is for it to turn violent. That's simple enough to engineer.
Just put some agitators in there and shake a little bit.
Agitation on both sides to make certain. I mean, all it takes is a little bit of money passing hands. You can get folks to infiltrate the protesters. I mean, we already have the target from Havel.
I mean, wow, with that many people, I mean,
I mean, I think we're
Certainty at this
overcomplicating it. think we're overcomplicating it enough. You could start an entire war with one bullet as long as neither side knows where it came from.
You don't even need to do that. We saw what happened in Zubrovnia. They controlled the message. If, as well as I do in this modern day, a lot of protests make their way online. Online is how people find out about them. It's about how your grandparents read about them as they're having their morning breakfast. If they can control the message, they can make a protest seem to be a bloodbath without even a single brick being thrown.
Yeah, but they like to hedge their bets. We've learned that with just who they hire. So my guess is we need to work at this from 3 angles. One angle is going after the target that we have been given by Howell. Info redacted. Find who's working for the cabinet from them that have infiltrated them. Work that back. At the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if they got somebody on the Met that is probably working riot duty. Not necessarily an actual manager, but somebody on that squad. Somebody will be deployed. And then the third angle is follow the fucking money. Again, this place is a capital of money laundering. If we can get a money trail, that's more than helping us with this business. That is helping us get to them. The sooner I can put my hands on something physical, the sooner I can squeeze.
I miss these talks.
So, who wants to work what angle?
I've had a stressful day. Oh, please.
I'll follow the money. I've gotten quite good at it lately. She cracks open a laptop and just...
Good.
Are you sure you want to do... It's been a while for field work. You feel like you want to stretch out a little bit?
Nope.
As you can see the color draining from her face, I think she's had a lot of field work.
But to that note, I know I haven't been keeping up with you guys in some time. But if you come back from the field with the guts hanging out, I can kind of put them back in now. Just as a... I figured, I'm not much of a fighter, as we found out in Zubrovnia. And she gets like this pale look over her face. She looks a little bit green. But, yeah. So any boo-boos, come see old Nurse Athrena. I got Hello Kitty Band-Aids.
Very Gabrielle-like of you.
Fuck you.
During our time away, I made a few connections, a couple of warmongering military folks, maybe a few names in the Mexican cartel. Just voices from here to there. Also, I'm not a bad shot. So far, my consistency is at about 300 feet. Kind of like Zeta.
Oh, it seems like the burned life has been treating you a little bit better then.
I've had some moments. It's just a flashback, a little bit like he's doing a little Mexican standoff in this old dusty bar. But I figured my way out of it.
That's nice. I'm now with the NSA instead of the State Department. I have a lovely office in New York. We can hear the fluorescent buzzing in the background. And I've had to change tactics and start, charming people and trying to do detective work.
At the charming people, Athrena's taking a sip of coffee and there's an audible...
I think they at the same time at that one.
Sorry.
No, that's...
I'm going to have to put it looking at Three, I'm going to have to put you in touch with Janice. She's a friend I made, pencil pusher, follows the money. I think whatever UK folk have tax collection. She is
Okay.
ingrained, motivated, and frustrated at the amount of corruption here in London. So I think the two of you need to introduce and make friends.
Yeah, Janice is a frustrated Her Majesty's Revenue and Customs, HMRC, kind of agent type person. Yeah, she's behind a desk all day and doing spreadsheets, and she's under-resourced.
Mm-hmm.
But she knows some things.
I definitely thought of a joke about frustrated women and getting to know them, and then Athrena wouldn't say that joke, but just so you know, inside my head, I'm laughing very hard at a joke I didn't say.
Buzz. How has the burned life been treating you, Nix?
Boring. Nothing really. I mean, it's just like flashing back to a bunch of like fights, some people getting choked.
Just in a South
Not too
London
much.
pub somewhere. Just
drinking
fucking
coffee.
full-on Kingsmaning it with like.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
I'm just imagining Nix with a garrote
Snooker
around a
balls
guy's
going.
neck, and she's like, going down to the bone. She looks at her watch. She's like, "Oh shit, that movie's on in 10 minutes."
Yeah, just snooker balls going.
When you do what you
Eyeglasses.
love, you never work a day in your life.
Yeah. The in character, even it is Wednesday. It's Wednesday evening. Because of Ope's slight delay on getting actually into London proper, it is the evening rather than the late afternoon. You have a chance to gather some intel over the next couple of days. The protest is on the Saturday. So you have 2 clear days to work before and prep before the protest itself. You guys just let me know. What you'd like to get up to, what you'd like to scope out, what kind of intel you'd like to gather remotely. We can make some checks. We can use the intel gathering thing from the downtime actions as well.
Excellent.
Or play out
I
some
need to
scenes
get
as needed,
15.
basically.
I need to get 15,000 real quick because somebody's not giving out friends and family discounts.
There's always crime. There is a crime.
It pays, apparently.
If you
We
roll
need
right.
to do a crime. Is that
I'm gonna
what
do a
hearing?
crime. I'm doing. I need money to start making shit.
Let's dial back our usual thing because we do not want to increase police presence
Right?
and awareness before the protest.
Listen. While I was gone during my burden life, I was privy to a number of successful heists. Right. So I've got this covered.
Flashback to Down's truck with diamonds.
Diamonds.
And him getting surrounded by the fucking...
People on fire.
By Humvees and people on fire. Yeah, that's
Mhm.
successful.
They don't need to know that.
No. That's just for you.
I was
not.
I was thinking
Oh.
if we want to do a crime, there's 2 kinds of crimes that we should pursue, given what is due to occur. Crime number 1 involves looking at both Athrena and Op, the 2 of you working together to design a consulting service, and we start robbing the London Exchange through U2's tech wizardry and make it so that this consultation firm is a clearinghouse, and that for every transaction at a specific dollar value, we get £3 from that. It doesn't need to last long, but it's a solid op that'll get us a lot of cash very quickly. The second is more, and I look at Nix and myself, more hands-on, and involves finding one of the local gangs and making them disappear and taking all their stuff.
mean, like, I can help with that kind of stuff now too. Just saying. Like, you really underestimate how much of a badass I've become, but that's okay.
See it.
I understand your badassery. My question is, how quiet can you be?
It is very hard to hear a bullet from 300 feet.
It is very easy to.
No,
hear
that's
a bullet
not.
being
That's
fired.
not. That's not right. What I meant to say was, I'll work on the exchange.
Good.
I'm telling you, Chakram, me and Chakram, like, you wouldn't see it coming. You wouldn't see it coming.
You wouldn't see it, but everyone and their grandmother would hear it. That's the problem.
I mean, but if you hear 8 explosions at the same time, well, you know which one's the right, which one's the bullet. You know, that's how I function, baby. Okay, yeah, exchange. Three, we should get started.
Mm-hmm. One other thing, I wouldn't mind getting in touch if possible, if we can get a hold of them, some of these info redacted people. Because this intel smells dodgy. It smells off. And they're a privacy related group. They don't want the government sniffing around. That's the kind of people I like. It's the kind of people we need to know.
Sounds like you and Nick should probably go walk and try and find where these people hang their hats.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
On that same note, I'm going to try and get things from my end. I probably, considering today's extracurricular activities, should make an appearance at the local branch of the Foreign Service here. Say hi, give them intel, see what I can pry out of them. And then if I can wine and dine them well enough, see if I can't get an introduction with someone over at MI5 or MI6.
And if we're gonna be about that action here, I need to start procuring us some a vehicle or vehicles. I can drive a car now, by the way. I got my license.
Good.
And
There's one problem with driving for this op.
it's
Have
backwards.
you seen London?
Yeah, it's backwards, and the streets are small as shit.
No.
And they got those little things where everybody like keeps spinning in circles, and I'm like,
yes,
when the
the
fuck do you get
roundabouts.
off? Right? Like, it's fucking confusing. And they got these big ass buses, but they're like mad skinny. What's the deal with that? They got so much weird shit here.
London is a driver's nightmare. And as such, unless we're all going to be going on motorcycles, the best thing to do is be on foot. Because this place gets choked off fast. Even the cops drive tiny cars. So that
They don't
tells
have
you how bad it
guns.
is. Oh, no, they have firearms. Just not the ones that you typically see. They have plenty of firearms. Plenty.
Oh, good to know. Papa might go shopping. So everybody gets a motorcycle. I could probably only make 2 of them self-driving.
I think we might.
Can
be
anyone
getting a little
here
ahead of
ride a
ourselves,
bike?
but I can ride a trike.
I
I
can
can't
ride a
ride a
bike.
bike.
I've got my full A1. I can,
Well,
and I have legit, not just my fake one.
well, the 3 of you can ride motorcycles. I will be the pedestrian then.
Yeah, it's gotta live that office job life, right?
That's not funny.
Besides, if things go bad, I can outrun all of you.
That's probably true on the motorcycle as well.
Well, unless I'm not needed, I can see if I can get any more information on our person of interest here.
Sounds like a plan.
Yes.
So motorcycle might be. We might need air support, is what I'm hearing.
Oh God.
Oh,
Did
the
you
air
bring it with
support.
you?
Huh?
You did you bring it with you?
Say hi. It just kind of
What do you
whoops
think?
you in the head.
Athrina, what do you think caused so much trouble?
Boom Buzzer still gives Athrina the bad vibes after she thought she got killed and Boom Buzzer guilt tripped her.
You murdered me.
Shit.
She can't look at Boom Buzzer in the eye.
Yeah, oh
If it makes you feel better, they're googly eyes.
no.
Yes. I did cover it in stickers. I remember doing that.
Yeah.
Did you
they're
get the
still
stickers
there.
off? Oh, yeah.
Most of them are still there.
The Lisa Frank unicorn
Yeah.
is still there.
Yes.
That's the
All right,
last
okay.
thing that soldier saw before he died.
Fuck.
Was it like
Yeah, fuck.
oh, sparkly dolphin on a rainbow?
All right. So, Ope and I will get started on the exchange. The sooner we get that taken over, the better, I guess. Nix, if you could get a lead on the info redacted, try and get in there on the ground. You're probably the best out of us for infiltration. And Sherlock, you do what you do. Make those connections. Save our asses.
I'll go say hi and see what they're willing to share. In the meantime, if I find any gang activity while I'm walking around, I'll see about making a quick acquisition.
Oh, hey, do you want a fancy suit? It's London. Get down Savile Row.
As much as I would appreciate that, I have a distinctive feeling any and all clothing I'm going to be wearing, including my very nice hat, is going to be riddled full of holes here soon. So
It's true.
I'm going to hold off on that purchase.
I'm just saying, I got a couple spare grand to go on nice outfits, but we're in London. It's fine.
Spend that grand on making us more money.
Okay. All right.
Or making
Oh,
other
boy.
things. I mean, we only need a
How
couple
much?
more. About 50 to 60, and then I can do something really cool.
I don't
50 or
have that.
60.
Which is why we should start an operation.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you two do the exchange, rob the rich, give to us poor. Just don't crash capitalism while I'm gone.
No, actually, this feels gross. We need capitalism for this
You need
one.
capitalism for at least a week. I'm sorry.
What the fuck, Athrina?
I know. But ultimately, if we infiltrate the stock exchange, we can fuck them in the long run.
There's that, and also if you make this consulting firm and you make it seem legit,
Mm-hmm.
that means we can get access to banks and we can start following the money.
Yeah. I know. Ugh, feels horrible dancing with the devil. All right. So, Papa squat. And she pats the sofa next to her, pulls across the laptop.
All right, let's see what we got. Also, I'll probably need an update on whatever software you've been able to make because I'm still running on version 2 that we made.
Yeah, well, that's a work in progress still. They keep changing shit.
Constant updates, friends. Running in the background.
Oh, also, default situation whenever you are with me. Turn off all Hex access, turn off your fucking internet, turn off your data, whatever. And also do not, and I cannot stress this enough, if I find out you do this, I will kill all of you because I know how to do it now. Do not do an update without consulting me first.
Yes, Sherlock, you do that.
I have one device which I have constantly on, off unless I am supposed to turn it on.
Mhm.
And then I have this, and he pulls out a old night Nokia flip phone. This thing, which Virgin still allows me access.
Can I have retroactively gone to a newsagent and bought a bunch of like shitty burner phones?
Yes, but I would say that the shitty burner phones are not the, what you give your 70-year-old mum with a
Yeah.
little tap with the little proper buttons. They're all these fucking slates now. Even the shitty ones. But the shitty ones just can't support a number of apps. That's the only difference.
Mm-hmm.
So you can it's still got cameras and stuff, and crappy camera, but it's still got cameras and all that kind of stuff. All the basic apps that a smartphone should support. Let's have a little look at the equipment on for so, the ones you go into a little like phone shop, little Asian guy down on Dalston, the high street, and he's like between shops. He's like, there's a Boots pharmacy next to him, and then there's like a Greg's, and then like there's him kind of in the middle, this little booth that does like phone repairs, unlockings, stuff like that. So you can buy some stuff from him. And that's hacking. I want equipment. Smartphone. Hello? Smartphone? Radio jammer. What?
Surely we have a smartphone in here. Cell phone burner, $30.
Oh yeah, it'll be on like cell phone something, right? Cell phone smart or something. Yeah, fuck it. 30's fine. So what? Like 4 of those?
Yeah.
Even 8? Do you want them? These gadgets. I mean gadgets. That's why.
It's in items, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're under cell phone. So yeah, she slides a box of them across. These are just your bug standard ass basic hex phones. They don't do anything fancy. You can't play your games on them. I'm sorry, no gacha for you, op. But these are good to have. You can use them and lose them. If anyone wants to see your hex, don't give them your personal device because I will find you and kill you in the aforementioned fashion. These are just good to have on you just in case. But do be careful that if someone does pick up on them, they can be easily triangulated. So if that's the case, lose that shit faster than fucking England at the cricket. Which is not applicable right now because England are actually doing very well at the cricket, but historically they do very bad at the cricket.
Do you want any
The
other
fuck is the
funky...
cricket?
Do you want any other funky items from Dalston High Street? Do you want a smartwatch? Do you want a tablet?
No.
Horny goat weed?
Tablet? Tablet's not bad. We got a little tablet. I'll get a Greg's while I'm there.
A Caliber 1 operating system. So your basic baby tablet would be $100.
Yeah, fuck it. Why not?
Yeah. Larger than a smartphone, processing speed akin to a PC or laptop. Tablet handles applications by touchscreen. Built-in microphone, cameras, SD card drives, and physical and wireless connectivity.
Yeah, I'll grab a couple of SD cards as well. Those are always very handy.
I'll throw them in. That's fine. Just
Cool.
that shit. Yep. No worries.
Who is paying $100 for a USB flash drive? Holy shit. I'm just looking at this. It better be like
one of them with
5 terabyte.
Yeah, to like, a few terabytes.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's all I want.
Cool. Yeah, no dramas.
Yeah, in terms of like gadgets and stuff.
Yeah. Lovely jubbly. All right. Talk to me about this exchange. Now, talk to me like I'm an idiot, because I'm not quite following it.
Okay, so fun things with regulations, consulting firms, clearing houses, etc. because financial law continues to be a place of muddiness, one can easily make it so that you create a false company. You make it a clearinghouse/consulting firm. You embed it within the exchange, especially the electronic exchange. You tag things so that when you're making a specific number of shares purchases that are at a specific number, that everything goes through the clearinghouse and they take a fee. And so for every one of those specific level of transactions, money is being funneled our way. But because it's not handling every transaction, because there are a number of different clearinghouses, credit companies, etc., it is going to be slow to be picked up on. They'll probably give us about a week to a month before we get our hands caught in the cookie jar.
Okay.
But if you funnel that money into a shell company, ta-da, it's gone. Also, we can then use said shell company to start playing the local game of laundering money through real estate, in which case we will have laundered the money twice, making it super clean.
Yep. Cool. Okay.
So we're doing a sort of Office Space, but this time hitting specifically the London Exchange.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, I got that. I get that. Nice. So we've got to establish this. And I think there's going to be some delayed returns. But for over the next couple of days, you can at least automate the process to a degree and net yourself some cash. I'm going to make this like our crime downtime action. So let's grab some of those.
I also have a scam that I would like to run when we're done with this one.
Boy.
All right.
And I promise this time it's not going to go wrong, y'all.
So this sounds like corporate thievery to me, with a DC
Yeah.
of 25.
Fuck.
Luckily for you, I'm going to switch up some of these checks.
Good.
To establish the shell company electronically and make it look like a decent outfit, the first tech is going to be infotech. First check, it's going to be infotech. DC 25. Second check is going to be... Let me have a little ganders at the skill list again.
So with group crime checks, do we all get a chance to roll, or do we pick like one person?
One person can roll with advantage because they are receiving help.
This is also the point where I'll remind Thrina that you have a lot of money, and this is the time to buy every single gadget under the sun.
In order to grab the business, the second roll is going to be a deception roll. DC 25. And the check to effectively launder the money and get it through the specific clearinghouses and stuff is going to be espionage. From amongst you, you guys can pick the best person for the job. And you can, each of you for sure, roll with advantage because obviously you're working together on this one. We might want to wait for Lynn to pop back briefly, although there she is. Haha. And so, because she'll be the one who is going to be great with deception. Welcome back. And so, yeah, to set up the exchange, to set up the, to make it look legit, to make the website pretty, and to get it the right places on the stock exchange. Who's going to roll infotech? This is the first check.
I got a +6 to info.
I got a +6 to infotech as well. It's got to be 25. That means we have to roll a 19.
19.
Mm-hmm.
To hit.
Oh.
Yeah.
You got a 10% chance.
Oh.
Unless there is some gimmick within the book of stuff that costs money that gives you an actual flat bonus.
I'm
That's
looking.
true. Let's look at some hacking tools. Because I like the little synergy use there. I'm happy with that. Yeah, actually, yeah, you could buy some hacking tools. And
Yeah,
Afrina,
I'm looking.
you get that little discount, right?
Yeah,
of one of
I do.
your features. Is it only on
Yeah.
Caliber 1 or is it on more than
It's
that?
on. It's Caliber 1.
Okay.
That only affects one OS. Fuck.
I'm looking at some of the 2s and 3s to see what kind of thing we could get.
I went all the way to the Caliber 5, which I can't even use.
course
So I
you
don't know
did.
why I looked that far.
Oh, I do always appreciate a zombie root kit. So you create a zombie device that basically like allows you to work as if you're working from a specific device. You're piggybacking off of it, and it essentially does your work for you. Yeah, that's a nice one. That's Caliber 4, and that's like $5,000. So we could literally load. If you want to spend the money, we could literally load the like that onto this shell company, like whatever this little exchange company, onto a legitimate like company's device, and it just runs in the background doing its thing or something.
Oh, okay. So here's how we could do it. Is like I could make the compromised device. Ope could like be tech support boy, go to a company, literally install this fake device, and then that's how we get it rocking.
Yeah. What are you saying?
I like that.
Yeah, I could do that. I'm looking at all of my technician stuff. Like, is there anything that I have that can help us here?
Oh, I'm digging.
Yeah, at the minute, I think the zombie is our strongest one we've got.
Yeah.
I am willing to like let you do this on one of the checks, like buy out the check by like, this is what we're buying, this is how it's going to work, so we're going to use that. If you want to use that pay to win on the infotech check, then we can tick that off.
Well, hold on. Hey Nix, what's your bonus to deception?
Oh, bonus deception is 9.
Oh,
I think we're good. Next is espionage. Who's got the espionage?
I got a 6 in espionage.
6 in espionage.
Espionage. I have a 6.
Copying
Mixed
me,
club.
man.
Me and the 3, we doing the best we can.
We really are the disaster twins. What's espionage like for you two?
4.
5.
Okay.
Oh,
Gosh.
we're better at espionage.
Yeah. No, like my highest skill is a 5.
Oh.
My highest skill is a 9.
I have a 10.
Guys, I am designed to do 2 things. Live and hurt people.
Yeah. Punch.
See. Okay.
Stand and punch.
So let's Yeah, okay. So the pay to win on the
Y'all are gonna
The
kick
first
me.
one.
Y'all are gonna kick me.
Hmm?
I forgot to raise one of my abilities at level 4.
Have you done it
So
now?
about that ability raise.
I've done it now.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Now what are we talking about?
Now my espionage is a 7 and my infotech is a 7.
Nice.
Okay, good.
Okay, good.
let's buy out the first one,
Yes.
send Nixon for the second, and then you on the last one, and hope Roll20 doesn't come for us.
Okay.
I will use my inspiration on the last one.
All right.
All right, so I'm gonna spend $5,000.
Not even your money. It's not.
Hey, I earned that money.
Stole it fair and square.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
So that's significantly fewer sausage rolls I can buy now, but that's okay.
Think of future sausage rolls.
All right, it's on you now, Nix.
All right.
Yeah, deception, making deals, schmoozing people, getting the business.
All right. Let's do it.
25 is what I'm looking for.
29.
Oh my
Oh,
Yeah,
You need to get close.
baby.
You need to get close to people to be able to get close enough to, knife them.
I don't even want to follow that up because I know what's about to happen right now. I'm about to shit the bed. I'm sorry, y'all.
He can be not scary and charming if he wants to. Oh, see, now we're building. We're building to a real bad. This is good, but it scares
Corporate
me.
heist was successful.
We are burning all of our good dice.
Both rolls, they were successful.
Jesus.
I'm happy, but I'm a little scared.
We just made so much money.
Succeeded all 3 checks, and in the
Oh.
space of 2 days, you have profited by $100,000.
Hell yes.
Yes.
Cheers.
You have some
Cheers.
cash now.
Sante.
I would still like to run my little scam.
Add a little bit.
Let's
to that.
take it after the Saturday. As in these 2 days you've been working on this scam.
Yeah, absolutely.
In between working on this scam, we had talk about motorcycles. We had talk about getting close to Info Redacted, and we had talk about Sherlock visiting the embassy. Motorcycles.
I think we can upgrade a little bit if y'all are willing to let me take a chunk of that money. I still have a little bit of money myself to toss into this, but I think we can do better.
What do you want to do with this?
Air support.
Air support's good. I mean,
As
I'm
in the
not gonna
gadget
use
air
anything.
support.
Oh, I'm looking for it. I'm about to
You do
send
not
you
need artillery
Who's
on
air
this.
support? Who's
I
air
am
support?
not. Well, I mean, I can fly a helicopter. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but the London airspace is very heavily controlled.
That's nothing. We can work past that.
You'd think, but during COVID, I've seen many a little private biplane just flying around because now they can, because there's no one in the fucking sky.
See, yeah, we could just get a transport. Hell, oh no, we can't. Never mind.
How much is it?
No, it's way more than we have. We're gonna need to
You're
do
not-
this a few times.
You're not buying a Chinook. You're not getting one off the
I was
RAF,
trying to-
mate.
I was trying to get just a private helicopter to drop us off and pick us up.
Yeah,
No,
that's fine. You see them plenty flying around the river.
We could always, you know what?
We
If
can't
that's right, we
fly
can steal
5
one.
this.
What better price is free? We can get
That's
free-
$250,000. We're good.
Yeah. Fair.
I mean, to be fair, this thing is probably it's not gonna last probably beyond this mission anyways. It will die a fiery death at some point.
I will fly a helicopter before this goddamn campaign is over. You watch me.
I'm not going in it because the odds of you ever surviving a helicopter crash are 0. So no, I'm not going in the helicopter. Mm-mm.
You will go in that helicopter.
Mm-mm.
I Katharina really doesn't want field work. Doesn't want.
All right.
So yeah, I'll start building some other stuff, but we'll get back to the transportation thing.
Okay. Okay.
And
No
also, I'll
worries.
be right back.
Yeah, sure. Sherlock. What did you want to get from the embassy visit?
3 things.
Mm-hmm.
First thing, I want to let them know what I know to a degree of the ever-loving clusterfuck that is happening. 2, make nice. Just make nice. Considering I am probably going to have to cover for our asses here very shortly. So making the proper introductions and being friendly counts.
Mm-hmm.
And then getting an introduction to somebody either MI5, MI6.
Mm-hmm.
Making that sort of contact, because they also need to be informed, and I would love to know what they know.
Sure. What kind of stuff exactly are you informing them about? About the whole cabinet and hex business, or just
I
the
am not going to point
low-key
them towards
stuff?
I'm not going to point them towards the cabinet and hex.
Uh-huh.
I'm hex to a lesser degree. I'm going to inform them that there is that they need to do some research on the Olympus scenario.
Mm-hmm.
That they should be taking a good hard look at Obelisk.
Mm-hmm.
Its infrastructure, who manipulates it, and frame both of these lookings less as, look at the corporations are trying to take over, because that's just not going to fly. But a spin that will work is these technologies are out there. The genie is out of the bottle. Tell me how long a foreign government is going to take before they are going to get a hold of this tech and use it for their own purposes. This is a national security problem.
Yeah, appealing to the national security issue. Yeah, absolutely. Cool. Okay. Lovely. Make me a. As this is more, I think, persuasive, generally speaking, as you welcome into the embassy, obviously. You can definitely get a sit down with an agent, a Mr. Jones.
Mr. Jones and me are going to have some coffee. 13.
13. Lovely. All right. You can, make that new contact. Mr. Jones. Looks to be 30s. Not as well dressed as you would have maybe thought, as the movies would make you believe. But, in business attire nonetheless. And he is Mr. Jones of MI6? Is that what you were after?
5 or 6, either works for me, considering their scope of work.
I forget which one's internal, which one's external. MI5 is the security service, domestic counterintelligence.
Yeah.
MI6 is the secret intelligence service, overseas human intelligence.
So, whoever's more comfortable, because both those agencies tend to be jumpy.
No, okay. Even, so MI6.
Okay.
Okay, nice.
So
So you can basically tap up the contact for information. Once they've been tapped for some intel, they have to go to ground. They can't be used again until they have been made a contact once again.
That case, it's very, very simple when it comes to info.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to word it correctly.
Sure. If you want to give it some thought, you can get back to me.
No, I have an idea.
Okay.
Considering that we're dealing with foreign service. So, given the upcoming protests, what off-the-books foreign agents and agitators are currently present in London?
Okay. I'll get back to you on that one, but yeah, absolutely. So what foreign agents and agitators are here with the protests?
Quickly establish a friends and enemies list.
Yeah, definitely. Cool. All right. I'll get back to you with some intel next week.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Alrighty. And Len, info redacted. Nix is out grabbing some info there.
Mhm.
So what did you want to do? Did you want to try and find somebody, get in touch with them? Or did you want to go through some of the intel that you've been handed?
I think she wants to go through some of the intel, but also work off some of it that she had already going through this security team. Probably in the form of like being in persona of a photographer, just kind of like gathering info under that cover.
Mm-hmm. Sure thing.
Snapping.
Let me just find my bit here. Okay, cool. So the info that you have are partly decrypted communications between a hex chat with the activist group. I say partly, not all of the data has managed to be decrypted yet, but you have the following information. So, Info Redacted is planning for violence at the protests.
Mm-hmm.
Seems that leadership figures plan on vandalizing targets along the route in an effort to whip up the crowd and ensure the government can't ignore their demands. And equally, because they plan on wearing masks or wearing makeup or face paint and hair extensions and haircuts that scramble facial recognition software, they also intend to get away with it. The locations of interest that have been mentioned in the messaging are Lancaster House, the National Gallery, Downing Street, and the Houses of Parliament. All very nearby the route that the protest is going to take. Looking through some of the messaging and some of the actual data that you that has been passed on to you via Havel, you do actually have the encrypted data. You just obviously you can't read it; it's all in scrambled text at the moment. But from the handles, the usernames that you can see from the decrypted part of the message, you can see the handles Tuck Revolver, you can see Ruby Fink, and you can see Zombie 69. Havel had already identified Zachary Daniels, who's the leader of Info Redacted, going by the handle Tuck Revolver. And Bryony Riesling who is a populist activist and organizer with Info Redacted, goes by Ruby Fink. And it seems that there is a third user, this Zombie 69.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to do next?
I think her thing is like she's not as interested about these the protests. She wants to find out who this person is that they're reporting to, because if we can get them, we can probably get more information about what exactly they're trying to do.
Yeah. So what, the person they're talking to that's kind of not identified so much, or the leader, Zachary Daniels?
The person they're talking to.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Hasn't.
At the moment, you just got the handle, and so it's not a kind of key player of Info Redacted that is kind of on record, or at least prominent within the organization. So all you have to go on at the moment is a username. Someone like Athrena, or a little digging using Infotech yourself, could reveal some more information about that person. Do you want to loop in Athrena? Did you want to make some checks yourself? It's up to you.
I think this is more Athrena's like venue. Like, I have this username here. This one seems to come up between the other three. If we can get this one, can probably get a better idea of what's happening in case they don't share information with each other. So go for the head. See if there's any this. And I can cover any sort of in-person tracking if we need to. I just need to have an idea what we're looking for.
A couple of approaches, I think, here, Susie. Either you can look at this from a kind of cross-referencing point of view, maybe using even HEXCRAWL, of going like, right, this username, where is it posted? What kind of correlation comes up? Can I figure out who this is? Or I think you could try decrypting the rest of the data. Because then I think you would get kind of metadata on those usernames, where they came from, what kind of
you get more info.
Kind of more, it would be along the lines of like devices and accounts, kind of thing.
No, I think that'd be more helpful. Because it might even unveil like geotagging and shit like that for the metadata. So that's more useful to us. So let's try and decrypt this baby.
Okay, nice. Make me a DC 20 infotech check.
DC 20. Okay, I'll use one of my fellas.
Little duties.
My dudes. Okay, here we go.
Oh boy.
I was good either way, but I'm still glad I used the dude.
Yeah.
All right.
25.
And with the 25, you can ask me 2 questions about that data.
I think one of them is where, where's the most common sort of like geolocation of this person, if there has been, if that's been turned on. And what's the other thing we need to know about them? We just have a username, right? We have no idea.
Yeah, like something that can help us with any identity of something.
Yeah.
Let me answer your first question, because it may lead you to a next one.
All right.
The geolocation info, geotagging info, actually basically, and you could recognize it as from an IP address or whatnot, bounces from a Central European VPN server.
Cool. They have a proxy. All right. Of course they do. I mean, that's the smart thing to do. No tech-savvy person worth the salt doesn't use a proxy. Is it always the same server?
Yes. For the short communication that you have here, yeah.
Hmm.
I would also say that you can notice that some of the details of the messages that you're actually looking at on the front end, that now that you're actually digging into some of the back end, some of the code and stuff, you can notice some markers that give you the distinct impression that some of this actual text, this information, has been changed. These are maybe not the original messages.
Oh. Okay.
To put that into context, these are messages that Joint Intelligence in the UK have intercepted, passed on to the Met, passed on to the other agencies that are helping and supporting the Metropolitan Police in this operation. And it's that is the stuff that Havel managed to see and pass on to you guys. So that's the full context of it.
That's good.
All right. Sweet. So it's been futzed with.
If you have another question, we'll answer it.
Okay. Is there... So this is just to the group, not as a question to you, Sam. Shit.
All right.
Should we find out? No, just clarifying. Is there any merit to finding out, like, if they have a place where they're going to meet up or anything like that? If they have a little base or a meeting place that they're going to meet up that we can send Nix to?
Or the way I think I got that information is through that that security firm that seems to be going wherever this person goes. See if we can find any information on that too, maybe.
Yeah, you could see if that is related in some way. The info that you were digging up, really, on the cabinet there, it wouldn't immediately strike you as having been linked to this directly, or linked to Info Redacted directly. So it's a kind of another avenue of investigation that you've been taking.
But yeah, anything that can get us like once you have a location, it's gonna be a lot easier.
Let me
thoughts,
ask this
Pope?
question before. I know we're trying to get the guy that they're talking to. I don't think we're going to get them quickly. Given a leader and a populist organizer, who do you think you can lean on and actually get useful information out of? Of our R2 identified, who do you think you can actually get useful information out of? Because both those individuals will have some overlap, but they're going to have different ways that they need to be leaned on and different information.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, because I could easily join the much like I did the Dead Cell in Zabrovnia, the populistans, because Athrena is an activist hacker. Like, this is her entire fucking shit is, disrupting these groups. So I could do the leader of the populist, work my way in there. We need to get to whoever it would be more effective than Nick's leaning on. Someone who's maybe not as easily as swayed with like camaraderie and like, I'm like one of you, we need to use alternate techniques.
If
Nice ways.
Like, okay, so what I'm hearing is Athrena goes after our Ruby Fink, and Nyx goes after the local leader.
Yeah.
So, given the information that you have, do you think you can track them to because these people are organized, and if they're planning, they need to have a meeting place. It's probably irregular because anarchists like irregular hangouts, and they usually like it in places that are public enough. So trying to find one where you can link up at maybe a second avenue where, well, actually find one place and then it's probably going to be a stakeout, well, or tracking for Nyx to find the leader and corner them in some terrible back alley. So having an actual location regardless is a good idea.
Yeah. See if there's like a pattern to, hangout places if they are erratic, or if there is like a safe spot that they've agreed on.
Yeah, you have to dig a little bit further up in the message. But Bryony, going by Ruby Fink, mentions that she is travelling to London and mentions that she's staying in a budget hotel. But she doesn't divulge any details and by the way of the conversation, you think she assumes that Zachary knows which she's talking about because they've talked previously. And you haven't yet hacked their communications. You've got this piece of intel, this piece of information. But Zachary does mention the squat. And it becomes apparent through the conversation that he is talking about an old abandoned police station off the Old Kent Road, where a number of people and a few of the activists for Info Redacted, including Zachary, are staying in a squat.
Okay. There you go. An old abandoned police station, because nothing bad has ever happened to us.
Of course.
In a police station.
Well, nothing bad happened to us.
Oh, did you guys forget about that one time when we broke into the police station?
Nothing bad happened to us.
Happened to
I
other
didn't
people.
get shot there. I got kicked there.
Did you get? No, you didn't get shot.
No, I did. I got kicked very hard.
Oh,
But I did not get shot. I got shot at.
Anything else that anyone needs from me that doesn't involve bullets or violence?
are you carrying anything?
What do you mean am I carrying anything?
You should.
You'd be able to defend yourself, and you're you, so you're going to need something more than just your two fists of fury.
All right. So I fucking earned us $100,000 and I've decrypted this information, but make fun of me because I'm a nerd. Okay, cool. It's fun. It's fine.
Athrena, if things go wrong, they're going to send somebody like me after us.
Yes.
I know.
In our line of work, you're going to be the first person we'd have to go after. So get something to protect yourself. And maybe if you have a spare time, shoot it a few times.
I'll just go down the range, which are common in England.
I'm actually working on something for Athrena because, I've got something in mind. You're going to like it. It's cool.
Also, mace is a wonderful thing.
Oh,
it gives
come
you time.
on.
Illegal here.
We're not doing
They
it.
have
I
no
don't-
fun toys in London.
That's why you got the toy maker. It's like you guys don't even see me here.
Like a new
You hear
Matrix
something?
character.
It sounds like a high-pitched whine.
You know what? I was going to put really cool sharp blades in your hat, but now I'm not gonna. I was going to make you like a Bond tat thing. You can throw it and cut people, which is in the book, by the way. But now, not going to do it.
One, I like my hat. Two,
Right.
I am perfectly.
But
have
can
come to
you
terms-
kill a man with it?
Do you want?
Sure he
me to
can.
demonstrate.
Don't ask him that question because you know what the answer is.
There's no way with the hat as it is, without me having blessed it, it can currently, in its current state, kill someone.
Have you seen me shove a hat down a man's throat?
Oh,
that's
God. Okay.
you
No.
doing the work and not the hat. That's different.
Panning out from this argument, we leave the Dalston flat, and it's a lovely time to wrap up this session. But I love it because we've got a bit of a plan for next session, I think. Bit of a meeting, bit of a scoping out of the squat the day before the protest. There's always going to be a little bit of activity there, so it's going to be a good time. And then we have the day of the protests, obviously. So yeah, I'm basically prepped. I mean, awesome. Thank you so much, guys. It is good to get the band back together properly. I've missed these arguments, much like all right, and thank you for watching. Let's go around. Let's have a chat. Let's see where you are on the internet, what you want to plug, if you want to plug anything. Let us know what you're up to next. All of that, all those shenanigans. Let's go around as normal. Noir, what are you up to, friend?
Hello, everybody. I'm Noir. You can find me all over the internet as the Noir Enigma. That's Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. During that last whole thing, I was just finding what Ope would make for everybody. And which is my favorite part, which is like I've only got so many tech points, so what can I make everybody? Sherlock is still getting that bladed hat because I don't know if you've looked up the bladed hat, but it's fucking awesome. I just want to see him cut somebody in half with it. Anyway, what am I doing? In just a few hours, you can find me over on Chromatic Chimera, where I'll be playing Woven Realm, their 13th age game. Other than that, this Saturday, you can find me over on Critical Misses for Morning Ritual. Our guest is going to be NB Dare. She's amazing force in the TTRPG community. So please check that out. And of course, every Sunday I am producing for Rivals of Waterdeep. They're on their 11th season. They've announced that they are actually going to be holding their season finale at PAX, which I'll be at. So come to PAX Unplugged and hang out with us. Sweet. But other than that, I'm not doing much. So cast me in your games. Bye. That's it.
Good plug. Susie, what are you up to next?
Hello. Next, I am not here tomorrow. Well, I kind of am, but it's After the Fire here tomorrow, which is our Game of Thrones Song of Ice and Fire campaign. I'm not on this week because I will be deep in a pit of despair thinking about my character's decisions, but I'll be in chat screaming along with the rest of you as a juicy session is about to occur. So I'm very excited for that. I'll be at 3 p.m. Eastern, which is 7 p.m. GMT, because you're back on GMT now because the world is bad and daylight savings is a hellscape. Mm-hmm. And then on Friday, I'll be back on my channel at 3 p.m. because all my friends are English and they're all an hour behind and time zones, again, are bad for something. We're probably shooting zombies or something like that. On my channel, it's just twitch.tv/Susanna Grace. And that is Susanna with one N. People just want to, and that's in my Twitter bio, like it's one N, people. And then there is potentially, it's not confirmed yet, potentially in After the Fire this Saturday, if I can wrangle enough folks, because we are like 4 episodes in and I need to talk about the game. It's killing me. I have to talk about it. And then back here again next week.
Sweet. Thanks so much. How much have you tortured the elbow with your After the Fire talk?
Actually not a lot, because he doesn't listen anymore. He's just like, are you dead yet? No. Okay.
I like his energy.
Yeah. No, he literally, like, every time I play a tabletop game now, he just messages me and goes, are you dead yet? And he did that today while he was in the office.
Wow.
He just went, have you died yet? I'm like, no, thanks. Where's my Tim's?
Yeah. A window into your life. Beautiful. Thanks so much. Pope, what are you up to?
Hey everybody, Pope here. Pope Worldbuild on Twitter, Pope Worldbuild on Twitch. I lurk in all your streams. If you want to see more of my silly face, you get a number of opportunities throughout the week. Coming up first, it is November, which means it is the season of giving. You will not see me Friday, but starting Friday over on Valdrian's channel, an entire weekend of charity drive for Extra Life. A number of hospitals and their children's wards are being raised funds for over on the channel. And on Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern, you will see my face playing more Spy Game. One of the published one shots. We are going to be getting into it. I'm going to be playing the face. I am going to be oh so squishy, and things. We're using Roll20, so things are going to go wrong, and that Walter PPK is going to get used. So definitely tune in for that. Then on Sunday, over on Weave the Tale, you can catch me GMing Paradise City Stories and Mutants and Masterminds actual play. They're in a city of nightmares. The team is been split up. Will they convene? Will they survive? Will they escape? Tune in to find out. And then Mondays on Weave the Tale, I have been roped in to some horror.
Oh.
As Paradiso Lost, an Aliens actual play. I will be joining the cast there. Don't know who yet, but I know with Rindis at the helm, I am going to be screaming. And then, as always, come back around here on Wednesdays for more of the murder parents and the disaster twins, as we get to see just how wrong all this is going to go. And thank you all for tuning in, where it's live, VOD, YouTube, wherever you are. A story is nothing without its audience. We're much part of this as we are. Thank you all so much. Take care.
Thank you, Pope. Thanks so much. And Lynn, what are you up to at the moment?
Hey, I'm Lynn, Flying Cirrus on Twitter, Twitch, pretty much everywhere where you can have my art, including the stuff that's on this here overlay.
Yeah.
And for this week, next time you'll see me is on Wandering DM for Scion, Birth of New Gods campaign, where we fought a salty Willem Dafoe godling, and things happened. Stats for break. Fun stuff.
Nice. Cool. All right. Well, as for us, we are Follow Black Cats. You can follow us around... Well, we are Black Cats Gaming, in fact. You can follow us around the internet at Follow Black Cats or Black Cats Gaming on the Facebook. We've got a whole bunch of stuff out. The Spy Game, obviously, is available in shops now, having published it fully. So check out your local stores or head over to our shop, blackcatsgamingshop.com. Grab your copy. There's a bunch of accessories there available as well, so that's all awesome. Our recent stuff, we recently brought out a little one-shot kind of one-pager kind of RPG for the spoopy season, which was the morning after the night before. It's all about a group of vampires on a bachelor/bachelorette party and trying to get home before they get vaporized by the sun. Straight out of James's brain, so you know it's a good one. And then we've got stuff like dreams, nightmares, half-remembered meetings as well. So if you still want a bit of spoopiness in your life, check that out to give your D&D adventures a bit of spice and a bit of weirdness, because there's lots of cool potions and scents and weird little creepy monsters and stuff. And we continue to work on our recent game that we crowdfunded, Curse Captains of Cthulhu. There's the Tims. And you can sign up to be notified about late pledges for that, following the link that Susie is about to post in chat, because I am on a different menu, because I want to see who we can raid. And in fact, the Wandering In is live as well. So we can go and throw it over to them. Let me write that in, and Susie can vamp for me while I type like an old man.
Yeah, if you are watching Sam type with one finger, like the old man that he is, on YouTube, hello YouTube. If you watch our stuff on YouTube and have not yet hit the sub button, which my analytics tell me a lot of you do, smash that sub button, because you'll just miss our videos if you don't. And you don't want to miss this drama. You don't want to miss it in a session's time when we have to roll for life and death, and we roll just once. It's happened before, and it'll happen again, because Roll20 wants blood. So don't miss it. Come join us on YouTube.
It's gonna be great. And join us tomorrow when we continue with our After the Fire game. We're going to have Don, we're going to have B, and we're going to have Millie all back besieging Summerhall and engaging in the juicy fruits before we do a full-on battle episode with Don. So you know there is going to be blood with that. But let's head over to the Wandering Inn tonight. Please show them some love. Please shout juicy fruits at them if you fancy, because that's our thing. And enjoy the rest of your day, folks. We will see you tomorrow, hopefully. Until then, take care and have a good one. Peace out.